Hi, I'm Sonia and I help people take their power back. If you are interested in one-on-one coaching or want to support my channel, my Ko-Fi link is in the description. Otherwise, let's get into the video. Today, I want to talk about your emotions and emotions while you are manifesting. This has kind of been a topic that has been coming up, so I thought I'd make a video about it. So as I've said in past videos, I have proven to myself that it is not your emotions that manifest. Your emotions are a manifestation of thoughts. It is a reaction to how you are thinking. Everything in your experience starts with your thoughts. That is from my experience. That is how I would explain this to people from my experience. I know there are people who swear upside down and backward and sideways that like feeling is the secret and so it's your emotions that are manifesting. And when you start to understand this and you start to do this and you start to see results with this, you go, that doesn't, like, I can't control how I feel. I can do things that make me happy, but that happiness comes from the filter of what is happening in my brain and how I'm thinking about things that then makes me feel happiness. Right? So I do not understand these fucking people who are like, oh, it's your feelings that manifest. And like I said in the last video, I had a coach who was like, do things that make you feel the way you'd feel if you had your shit. But if you're angry or you're sad, feel your fucking feelings and that won't manifest. So it's like, that makes no fucking sense to me. And in my experience, all of that is bullshit. Your emotions are coming from your thoughts. Okay? It is coming from the way that you are interpreting things. You are a human being. You have emotions. Sometimes you have emotions that you're not even sure why the fuck you're feeling them. That was me last week. Last week has been kind of a crazy week when it comes to my YouTube and my social media stuff and teaching this stuff and all the things. I had a video on here, get the most views out of any video I have posted on social media. It was out of nowhere. I didn't expect it, but I'm affirming that I get views and it happened. And then I also got yesterday a video that got 1,000 views, which is the most I've gotten on a TikTok video. Happened yesterday. Some other shit went down this week and I found myself spiraling. I'm getting evidence of the things I am wanting and it made me fucking emotional. I wasn't expecting that. It is what it is. I do not fight with my feelings. Your feelings are your feelings. You feel however you feel. If you start to spiral in your head, it's okay. You can pick yourself up and move on. That's what I did. What I have learned to do and what now works for me, because like I said in the last video, I came from, oh, well, you not feeling your feelings is making it so you can't manifest. That's bullshit. Your feelings are your feelings. You're allowed to feel them. It is just energy moving through you. I look at my feelings now as more of just having an experience. I don't know where I don't try and label why I feel ways. And I sure as fuck do not label it a positive or a negative emotion. Just because other people in your life have told you that crying is bad or being angry is bad does not mean that is true. The only reason that any emotion is positive or negative is because you decided that it is. And I know that some of those shitty emotions don't feel good, but you don't have to be like, oh, this is bad that I feel this way. As soon as you start doing that, then you're just gonna make it worse because you feel like you're doing something bad. Now, where the bad can come is if you have an anger issue and you like take your anger out on other people, that's not good. But the act of feeling anger is not bad, and it's not something that you have to like beat yourself up for not being perfect, because I can tell you, I'm sure as fuck am not perfect, and I was spiraling because good shit was happening in my life. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay? You're allowed to feel your feelings. For me, the thing that has helped me the most was realizing that I can still control my thoughts when I'm spiraling, when I don't feel good, when I'm upset, whatever. I can still choose how I'm going to think. what I've been doing recently is I have what I call my safety net affirmation, which is, isn't it wonderful? When something throws me, whether it's something that happens in the 3D, I'm having a reaction, I have a spiraling moment like I did last week for no fucking like whatever reason that happened, I go to, isn't it wonderful? So I can be crying on the floor or wanting to punch the wall or whatever, but in my head, I'm telling myself, isn't it wonderful? And I'm not taking my emotions out on other people, because that's just, don't do that. There's no reason to be doing that. Let yourself feel your feelings and they will move through you a lot fucking faster. The more you fight it, the more you are going to draw it out. That is the other thing that I learned from my coach about feeling feelings. I remember at one point during that whole coaching experience, just like feeling this feeling, and it was just like this pit in my stomach and it wouldn't go away and like blah, blah, blah. And I just remember just being like, okay, I'm just going to feel it and just whatever. I had this really intense experience. It was kind of like riding a roller coaster, and it lasted about a minute or so, and then the feeling was done. And I do remember telling my coach that, and they're like, yeah, your emotions only, if you truly feel your feelings, they will only last about 90 seconds. I will say that I don't know if that's like 1000% true, and I don't know if it's true in every case, but like that was my experience. It passed through me so quickly. So this past week when I was like having my fucking moments, instead of it being days, weeks, months, I had months of this shit, months of it. It was like 4 hours of it being intense and a couple of days of feeling kind of off. But I allowed myself to just feel what I felt. And in my head, I was either, isn't it wonderful? Or I'm at a point now where I feel a lot more comfortable just kind of allowing my thoughts to do what they're going to do and be aware of them and be like, oh, this is where this is coming from. And just having that, it's like doing a different level of work on myself. But I wasn't ready to do this until I got to the point where like I have that awareness now. Like I am not identifying with my feeling. I'm just letting it be there. I understand that my thoughts don't control me. I control them. I can let them do their thing. I can pay attention to them and let them go or shift them to something else or whatever. I say that again, this is kind of more advanced, and I would have not been able to do that when I first started, but this is what I have noticed by choosing to robotically affirm. That was my go-to in the very, very beginning. It still is my go-to when I need it, right? But when I don't feel good, I have my safety net affirmation. One affirmation, isn't it wonderful? It's the only affirmation that makes me feel better, so I just repeat it. Repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. While I'm angry, while I'm crying, while whatever. Because I don't have to sit there and figure out, why am I upset? Where is this coming from? What do I need to fix? Isn't it wonderful? 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 And I allow that feeling to go through me, and it will go away so much faster. And it has really changed my experience when it comes to emotions. So I don't really know if I have more to say on the topic of that part. Another thing that had come up is forcing yourself to feel differently. Again, I really don't think you can. If you are going to force yourself to not be angry when you are angry, you're just going to bottle it up and it's going to come back at some other point and still need to be felt. To me, the best thing to do is to feel it, to let it go through you and let it go, because you can do that. Does it feel good when you're doing it? No. But the more that you just allow yourself to be where you are, feel how you're feeling, it will move through you and you will move on from it. Because again, you are not your feelings, just like you are not your thoughts. They are an experience that you are having for whatever reason. And like I said, I found myself last week feeling feelings that I'm like, I don't even understand where this is coming from. And when I thought about it, it's like I'm thinking my affirmations. I don't know why I feel this way. So instead of attaching it to something and making it this whole big deal, I've just been allowing myself to feel how I feel and focusing on keeping my mindset in the direction I want it to go. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to check out Create Your Manifestation Lifestyle here on YouTube down below. And if you haven't already, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Love and light.